Good morning, everyone. So today we're not doing anything special. We're just going around to a bunch of sites on one of our claims. We want to test to see whether or not the gold associated with the minerals and rocks are actually free mill, or if it's found as something like a replacement mineral and a sulfide. So we're just going to be collecting a bunch of samples today, going around to places we've already been to, and we're going to be crushing these down in a future video. So let's head to some sites. First place we're going to check out here may not look like anything special, but this outcrop right here has free mill gold running with sulfides. At least we think it is. So we're just going to pull a couple samples. We want to keep the samples about 500 grams because we're going to be doing a bunch of them, and we want to see if we can get anything out of it. So we'll grab a sample. So we've shown this, but I think we put it on our mini clip channel, our second channel. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out. So you can see right here, right there, you have some chunks of free mill gold. You got some up in there as well. I think I just saw another piece somewhere over here. Right there, really small. Right there. Right there. So lots of small pieces. But what we want to do is just take a chunk about 500 grams off of this, and that'll be the first sample. Okay, we got our pieces here. We got one with visible gold, and this is the other piece. There's visible gold in this too, but there's a lot of sulfides as well. So you can see the cubed iron pyrite. So sample number one. May as well throw this in with the test here. We got a road gram sample we just found, and you can see it's loaded with sulfides. This is in the same area, so we are going to take this. Sample number two. Sample number three here. You can see how deteriorated this material is. There's a quartz vein running along here that's really deteriorated. Sulfides. Here's actually a piece of non-deteriorated quartz, or at least minimally. And we want a sample of the quartz here, and we want a sample of this super deteriorated Gaussian type rock. So there is the occasional speck of sulfide in here, and free mill gold, we think. So assays, again, I think we had this video on the mini clip channel. So assays showed gold values. So we're going to do two samples here from the deteriorated and from the quartz vein. Here is the piece of quartz. We're going to take this one and that first piece I just took up. And we got our second sample right here. Pull. Totally got that one. Here we have the fifth place where we're taking a sample from. You can see you have a schistose rock, and you can see deterioration in here, and then you have a solid sulfide vein which is up to 30 centimeters in width and contains very, very good values of free mill gold right along where the sulfides contact primarily is the best gold along in here. So we're going to pull a sample off this, right in this area here. That's where you can find the best AU values, so maybe we'll take a piece of this. So this is where most of the free mill gold is found. So I think we got our sample here that is good enough for this area. Maybe we'll take a little bit more just in case. This stuff looks pretty easy to crush up. Here we have sample area number 6. You can see solid masses of pyrite all over the place. So we're just going to grab some samples from here. This will be the next place this has gold values. It's in the same zone or same area as the last one. Very, very heavily pyritized zone. Looks like there's a little chalcopyrite in there, and I think there is free mill gold in here, but you'll have to wait and see. You can see the quartz, nice amount of quartz there. I think that's as good enough sample as any to take. And this will be the next sample completed. And this is our next place we're going to be sampling. We'll be taking 2 samples from here. This may look really, really familiar because we did do a recent video here. I think we actually crushed some material from somewhere along here. This is where we want to pull our material from though today. Not this sulfide zone here. You have magnetite running with your quartz. So this is where we're going to find a sample from. This deteriorated area in here. So you have a pod of massive sulfides up there, a pod over here, one down there. You can see this schistose zone. You can see the foliations in your schist. Everything's running this way, and so is your pods. Should be a good sample. It looks like you have chalcopyrite on there. Bit of magnetite. It's a really heavy sample. I think this will be okay for the sample. Next area here, we have a small vein of carbonate mineral, and it's got very fine micro stringers of sulfides just all throughout it. We want to see if there's any AU in here or any free mill, so we'll take a sample from here. Here's a nice sample, shows your sulfides. You can see a little bit of chloratization in there. I don't see any free mill gold, but doesn't mean it's not there. So, got another one here. One more little sample and that should be good. And here's that last piece. Good enough for a sample. Let's move on. This next sample here we're going to be pulling is from a zone of oxidized schists. You can see your oxidization starts over here, ends over here, and when we had this tested before, we found that there was fine gold and sulfides in the foliations of your schists. So we're going to pull a sample off of here, just a hunk somewhere, and we're going to use that as one of the samples. Very fine sulfides. So we got a piece here, and I honestly don't see anything in the way of free mill gold and sulfides between your foliations. They're there, but it's very minimal, very fine. So we'll see how this turns out. So one of the last places we're going to take a look at for sampling, and we've already done this area, but I want to do it again because we got such good results, is this area here. You have a quartz vein up above, and this actually continues for about 2.5 kilometers going that way. Cuts through different types of host rock, massive wide quartz vein, and it's exposed on the other side of this road. So basically what we want to do is we just want to find some samples like this, ones that are nice and heavy, lots of oxidization on them, and those will be the ones we take. Lots of iron staining on these. We found another sample here that we'll take along just because it's so oxidized inside. Just want to see, it looks like almost the remnants of some magnetite in there, which is giving you your heavy oxidization. So this one will be our very last sample. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now stay tuned for the video when we do the crushing.